Although Jay-Z and Beyoncé have been making every effort to disassociate themselves from Diddy since his lawsuits began to flood in, people continue to claim that the Carters cannot avoid being associated with Diddy. They can take any necessary steps to do so, but the connection is so strong. Let's take a look at the times instead. As previously mentioned, Jay-Z and Beyoncé have been linked to Diddy and his drama. As a result, Beyoncé and Jay-Z responded to people constantly tying them to Diddy. According to a source, Jay-Z has instructed his lawyers to pursue anyone who tries to associate him with false accusations, which is why he threatened to sue Piers Morgan for providing a platform to someone who spreads those unfounded claims. He won't tolerate it. Beyoncé has been quick to say that they will fight this together, and he couldn't be more appreciative. This is all because people have been claiming that they knew what Diddy was up to and either protected him or took part in his crimes. When I say that many celebrities have come out for Beyoncé and Jay-Z over this, I mean a lot of them. To start, recently Candace Owens was on record accusing the power couple of avoiding responsibility for their purported ties to Diddy. In a piece, Candace said that Beyoncé had lost her cultural relevance and that she no longer had the same effect as she did 10 years ago. Jay-Z and Beyoncé telling us who to vote for would have been important, but now it doesn't. In fact, it's annoying. Listen to me, girlfriend, because I know you're watching. You don't need to text me from your mommy's burner account on Instagram. She also said something non-Diddy, telling Beyoncé, if you want to start being authentic, maybe give us some answers about Diddy's parties. Your husband's been close with him, honey. We all know that Candace is not the first person to bring up the Carters. 50 Cent has also been questioning the Carters' relationship with Diddy and even disparaging them when he captured his wild post of Jay's face in hibernation, saying that Jay was laying low until the Diddy situation was resolved. He ain't coming outside to this puff blowover, no lunch, brunch, or dinner, LOL. All you have is me outside. 50 also tagged a photo of a Jay-Z missing advertisement on a milk carton. Has anyone seen Jay? He said that the ninja wasn't picking up his phone. Then Jaguar Wright recently went on another one of her rants in which she called Diddy out and urged him to come forward and share what he knows about Kathy White's death. She even hinted that Diddy might have been covering up the incident to preserve Jay-Z's marriage to Beyoncé at the time, saying, "You and Jay-Z down in Vegas, in town with Claudie, why don't you just talk about Kathy?" Not so long ago, Jaguar was interviewed by Piers Morgan, and she talked extensively about Jay-Z and Beyoncé. You know what was unexpected following this interview? Was that Jay-Z and Beyoncé's attorney, Alex Spiro, initially reacted to the accusations made by Jaguar by stating that there are rumors, and then there is rubbish, and that what Jaguar stated was an official and direct accusation of something. In order to remove the bogus claim, he handed Piers a legal ultimatum requesting that the interview be removed. It was proven to be untrue. The attorney also discussed the reasons behind their legal team's escalation of their response to Piers, stating, "What changed in my opinion was that someone on a purportedly journalistic platform took advantage of that type of unfounded rumor mill and spread it, and in doing so, they are not only hurting people, but also silencing the voices of actual impacted individuals. I could take no more of it." Although his clients have remained silent throughout Diddy's lawsuit, Alex also hinted that their reaction to Piers' allegations was unique. He stated, "I can tell you that the Carters are sending a message when they put their foot down on something, like they did here. And if they are unable to take a stance and ask why anything went wrong, then who can? It is my belief that the truth will be revealed here, as it has always been in courtrooms." Of course, this was something. Their lawyer was instructed to reply by Jay-Z and Beyoncé, who had not yet replied to anything. The Carters, through their lawyer, threatened to take legal action against Piers if he didn't take Jaguar's statements out of the interview, and they really made him apologize. According to his apology, Jaguar made a number of shocking accusations against Jay-Z and Beyoncé during the interview. He then stated, as I mentioned at the time, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. We were notified by their attorneys that such statements were completely untrue and unfounded, and as a result, we complied with the court's request to remove them from the first interview. The problem with platforms is that in the current world, almost everyone has a platform if they have something to say that others want to hear. For that reason, we asked Right On to do an interview. These assertions are made by persons who have an audience, whether or not they have shows similar to mine. At Uncensored, we take the responsibility of editing interviews very seriously. However, like with the shouts of fire in a packed theater, we are also subject to legal restrictions, and we sincerely apologize to Jay-Z and Beyoncé. Although Jay-Z and Beyoncé have been targeting those who have linked Diddy to the pair, Jason Lee also stated in a podcast episode that Jay-Z has been phoning individuals to allegedly quell the rumors about the couple's relationship with Diddy. The film opened with Jason Lee going on a tirade because he was upset that he had been getting calls about drama, but not for the Rock Nation brunch. He was similar to Jay-Z. "I can tell you're observing since you're phoning me. Please don't call me. I'm yours to call. You'll be able to acquire my number. People are phoning me because of you. Give me a call because this is going to become viral. I shall inform the audience. He's been the subject of every call I've been receiving in case I go missing." In addition, Nicki Minaj said that there was unquestionably a link between Diddy and Jay-Z during her tirade, in which she accused Tidal and Jay-Z of defrauding her and attempting to hush her with $1 million. Regarding her involvement in Jay-Z's selling of Tidal, a music streaming business, Onika was correcting the record, saying that both Steve Stout and he were disseminating false information. There has been some back and forth, but Nicki accused Jay-Z of trying to divert attention from him and Diddy by putting pressure on her. As she actually stated on X, "They must keep the discussion focused on me to prevent anyone from inquiring about these accusations against their best friend. This 30-year-old T looks to be everything but stale, patterns yet all of them referring to Onika, sassy, ugly, foreign, obese, etc. Why are they discussing Onika? Furthermore, did you know that although Beyoncé and Jay-Z were purportedly referenced in Cassie's first complaint, they took every precaution to ensure that their names were kept secret? To refresh your memory, Cassie's lawsuit was originally 60 pages long, but it was eventually reduced to 35 pages. Furthermore, according to rumors, the initial complaint apparently included references to Jay-Z and Beyoncé when something from one of Diddy's parties went viral. During the party, Cassie reportedly ran upstairs and locked herself in one of the bedrooms after Beyoncé and Jay-Z saw Diddy hit her across the face. After being located by Diddy's security, Cassie needed at least half an hour to gather herself. Beyoncé and Jessica Alba were reportedly waiting in the front foyer of the house to see how Cassie was doing once she was on her way back to the party. Beyoncé was clearly furious, according to Cassie, and as Diddy and Jay approached them, she blew a gasket and yelled at him, telling him that what he had done was extremely insulting and unacceptable. Despite Diddy's apparent sincere apology to Cassie, Beyoncé, and Jessica, some still believe that Beyoncé ought to have done more to support Cassie. According to a number of people, the Carters are unquestionably connected to Diddy and may have committed even more heinous crimes than Diddy. What do you know? They are already being investigated by the feds. Additionally, I am aware of this since Rihanna's former publicist recently stated that the feds had questioned him on Jay-Z. According to Jonathan, since the Jay-Z rumors began circulating once more a few weeks ago, his phone has been exploding. "My phone has been exploding for the past week since I was named in an explosive and viral documentary by Trapler Ross that was featured on Academics," he stated in an Instagram post. This contentious scenario was recently discussed at Jaguar, right, where I served as the publicist for Ponda Replay, Rihanna's breakthrough song. Since it's been so startling, so chaotic, and so downright wild, it's time for me to finally correct the record once and for all. Get ready to be astounded by what William Mosley and I have endured over the years in relation to this historic issue, which must be permanently resolved. The truth must be told, even if heads will turn and people will be in awe. Federal officials who were closely monitoring Jay since his encounter with Lance Rivera, he added, halted him. Additionally, during their joint tour, he was being linked to an incident involving R. Kelly. When unmarked police cars pulled over Jonathan one day, he said the threatening people identified themselves as a federal task team and asked to talk to him. He was really terrified and followed them to speak. He claimed that when he sat in the bleak improvised interrogation room and was being questioned, he realized how serious the situation was. According to reports, the federal authorities made it clear that they were looking into Hav for allegedly transferring Rihanna unlawfully over foreign boundaries and participating in X-rated activities with her before she turned 18. She wasn't the only one, according to the feds. And there were plenty more. Jay-Z was reportedly seen meeting with a criminal and divorce lawyer not too long ago, according to sources. Of course, the criminal lawyer may be, it may have been connected with the offenses Diddy is accused of, but the lawyer for divorce, it was seen as sufficient evidence by many that he and Bey could be on the verge of divorce. Although I am unable to discuss the divorce in detail, I am aware that many people are certain that Beyoncé and Jay-Z will be the next to be revealed for their relationship with Diddy. But what are your thoughts? Will they have enough to become like Diddy? Will their downfall be even messier? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Messier? Let me know what you think in the comment section below.